हेलो मैडम, वीवा लाइफ सोसाइटी आ गया हूँ।
हाँ बोलिए, क्या काम है?
नेटफ्लिक्स से आया हूँ, डब्बा काटल लाया हूँ। हेलो बिग फैंस, मैं हूँ राज नाडा और वेलकम टू द बिग फैन शो। आज हम आए हैं नेटफ्लिक्स के डब्बा काटल के लॉन्च पे। तो दोस्तों, आई एम सो एक्साइटेड। नेटफ्लिक्स हमेशा की तरह एक बहुत ही बढ़िया शो लेके आता है और इस बार तो धमाका होने वाला है। इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी अ क्राइम एंड थ्रिलर जॉनर वेयर वुमेन्स आर इन्वॉल्व। और इतना बोल्ड मूव सिर्फ नेटफ्लिक्स ही ले सकता है। और इस शो को प्रोड्यूस किया है रितेश सर और फरहान अख्तर सर ने एक्सेल एंटरटेनमेंट के अंदर। बड़ा मज़ा आया है, एक्साइटेड हूँ। शबाना मैम है इसमें, ज्योतिका मैम है और भी कमाल के एक्टर्स हैं। दोस्तों मेरे से तो वेट किया नहीं जा रहा, चलो डब्बा डिलीवरी कर ही देते हैं।
पहले वाला खुल गया। जर्मनी, ये क्या है भाई? डब्बे में जर्मनी का ब्रोशर है। क्या है ये सब?
मैं हूँ राज, ये डब्बा डिलीवरी सर्विस मेरी है और ये ब्रोशर मेरे हस्बैंड हरी का है।
So glad to meet you. तो ये आपका है, पर आप दोनों जर्मनी जाना चाहते हैं?
हाँ, हरी का सपना है और उनका सपना पूरा करने के लिए मैं डब्बा सर्विस चलाती हूँ मेरी बिजनेस पार्टनर माला के साथ। हरी वीवा लाइफ आमर।
एक मिनट, जर्मनी जाना मेरा सपना है राजी। तुम्हें उसके लिए कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, तुम बस साथ रहो, साथ चलो। सब जुगाड़ कर लिया है मैंने। हेलो सर, मैं आया।
अरे
हाँ सर, आया।
अरे रुको, अरे प्लीज रुको, कोई तो बता के जाओ यार। टिफिन सर्विस उसका डब्बे में क्या कुछ तो बता देती यार। पर मुझे लगता है कि एक से काम नहीं चलेगा, हर डब्बे का राज खुलना पड़ेगा या नहीं समीना? हाँ या ना? खुलना पड़ेगा, राइट? तो चलिए नेक्स्ट डब्बा खोलते हैं और देखते हैं उसके अंदर क्या है। मेरे साथ लेट्स गो। टाई, वेल ये टाई इस डब्बे में क्या कर रही है? शायद मुझे लगता है शायद वो माला से जुड़ा, जैसे इंस्पेक्टर प्रीति कह रही थी थोड़ी देर पहले, किसी बच्चे का लगता है कि शायद उसकी बेटी का। और राजी और माला बिजनेस पार्टनर्स है और साथ में डब्बा चलाती है। सोचने वाली बात यह है कि शायद जैसे राजी अपने पति के हरी के लिए डब्बा चला रही है, माला अपनी बेटी के लिए डब्बा चला रही होगी। आपको क्या लगता है? पॉसिबल, कुछ भी हो सकता है। काफी राज है उसके अंदर बंधे हुए। वैसे ये सब अब एक बहुत दिलचस्प होता जा रहा है, एक बहुत दिलचस्प कहानी होती जा रही है। हरी का जर्मनी जाना, राजी को अपने हेल्प के साथ डब्बा बनाना। अब मुझे और जानना है, अब मैं और उतावला हो रहा हूँ, इंक्विजिटिव हो रहा हूँ। आपको भी आई एम श्योर जानना होगा, तो चलो फिर एक और डब्बा खोले। हाँ अगर खुला डब्बा और मिली है चाबी। चाबी से जुड़ा है वीवा लाइफ का एक और किरदार। बुला ले।
ये चाबी देख रहे हैं आप? मेरे पास ऐसी बहुत चाबियां हैं क्योंकि मैं ब्रोकर हूँ, रियल एस्टेट एजेंट। इन चाबियों से मेरा धंधा चलता है, पर मेरा एक रूल है, मुझे बहुत पैसा कमाना है और वो भी कैश, ओनली कैश। बहुत पैसा कमा के इस धंधे से बाहर निकलना है मुझे, है ना? क्या देख रहे हैं? चाबी दे। चाबी 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 दो, घर दिखाने लोगों को, टाइम खोटी कर।
भाई चाबी तो दे दो यार प्लीज। अच्छा चाबी नहीं, पैसे तो दे के जाओ यार। अरे यार ये भी चली गई यार। हाय, तो आंसर्स तो मिल नहीं रहे, तो चलिए देखते हैं आखिरी डब्बे में क्या है। आप मेरे साथ हो, चौथे डब्बे पे ही हो ना? खोले चौथा डब्बा। सितारा खुल गया नहीं डब्बा? सितारा बुटीक, इसके साथ भी जुड़ी है एक और कहानी शंकर और वरुण की।
No, I don't have the time to talk to you. Sorry.
शंकर,
I said I don't have the time to talk to you. I said it.
शंकर, ये सितारा आपका है?
जी नहीं, विवा लाइफ फार्मास्यूटिकल्स मेरा है। सितारा मेरी वाइफ वरुणा की है। Excuse me.
शंकर, 1 minute.
Hello. Yeah.
वीवा लाइफ फार्मास्यूटिकल्स कभी मेरा भी हुआ करता था। खैर, सितारा को मैंने अपने 6 साल दिए हैं and I can do just anything to keep it afloat. Bye guys.
हे, अच्छा बता के तो चाहिए। ये यहाँ, वो यहाँ, we don't know, but अब तो सारे डब्बे खुल गए हैं। ये क्या हो रहा है? मुझे लगता है सिर्फ एक इंसान, एक शख्स इस मिस्ट्री को सॉर्ट कर सकती है, और वो है शीला जी।
भैया, सर्वाइवल के लिए क्या कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता है। डब्बा डिलीवरी सर्विस को डब्बा कार्टेल बनना पड़ता है, बनना पड़ेगा।
A huge round of applause for Shabana ji, and let's welcome on stage the
इससे ज्यादा ताली बज सकती है। थैंक यू। हाँ,
the women of Dabba Cartel, Jyothika, Shalini Pandey, and Anjali Anand. A big thank you to all the magnificent ladies of Dabba Cartel and wishing you the best.
थैंक यू। चलो, एक एक
The moment जिस पल का हम सबको इंतजार था is finally here. Get ready as we unveil the most anticipated trailer of the year. Brace yourselves for an experience that will leave you thrilled, excited, and wanting for more. Here it comes, the trailer of the absolutely unmissable Dabba Cartel.
2 टाइप के डब्बे बनाते हैं। एक में हम नॉर्मल खाना बेचते हैं और एक में
चोमू बत्तीसी क्या दिखा रहा है? पैसा निकाल।
माल तेरा होगा, लेकिन मार्केट मेरा है। तो हम लोग एक काम करते हैं, उसका पाउडर बना देते हैं, लोगों को बोलेंगे कोकेन है, ये भी सफेद वो भी सफेद, इसको क्या मालूम पड़ेगा? ऐसे तो नमक भी सफेद है, नया माल है बोल के बेच देते हैं।
मुझे तो लगता है हमें हवन करा लेना चाहिए।
तो ये है तुम्हारा नार्कोस थाने।
Definitely like it. Wow, we can big a round of applause for that powerhouse of talent and unstoppable force together, and a special shout out to each and every individual who is involved in creating Dabba Cartel. तो जोरदार आवाज हो जाए, come on. well, the characters, the powerful performances, the Viva Life Society, राजी का टिफिन सर्विस, हर एक की कहानी जुड़ी है इससे, कुछ न कुछ पेचीदा है, काफी सारे राज छुपे हैं. The trailer was pure fire. ये कार्टेल तो fully loaded है और मैं कहूँगा वाह क्या कार्टेल है. Well, डब्बे तो हमने सबने खोल लिए हैं, अब अपनी डायरी भी खोल लीजिएगा, because you know once as soon as you see a trailer, all you want to do is deep dive into it and see every possible episode. Basically हम कहते हैं ना binge watch करना है, पर उसके लिए करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा इंतजार, क्योंकि कहते हैं ना कि सब्र का फल मीठा होता है. Patience bears fruitful results. So mark your calendars, pen it down, note it down. 28 फरवरी, 28 February. Watch this super exciting and thrilling show, Dabba Cartel, only on Netflix. Are we ready for this? What? Yeah, I can see a lot. You know, this is all the whole gang who's sitting here involved in it, right? So, the cartel. Yeah, the latter half of the cartel. Come on, make some noise. Let's bring the house down for all the efforts that have been put in to create Dabba Cartel. And also big shout out to Excel Entertainment, also Netflix, for bringing us and always dishing out some amazing content. And yes, यहाँ पे जो राज है वो काफ़ी छुपे हुए. हमने कोशिश की हर एक डब्बे के लेयर के ज़रिए, इंस्पेक्टर के ज़रिए, एफडीसी ऑफिसर के ज़रिए खोलने की कि भाई क्या है, बट एक भी जवाब नहीं मिला. एंड आई एम श्योर आपके जहन में भी काफ़ी सारे सवाल होंगे जैसे मेरे जहन में, वो हम थोड़ी देर बाद पूछेंगे और जानकारी लेंगे कि क्या कुछ निकाल सकते हैं, कुछ अंदर की इंफॉर्मेशन. डब्बे से वो स्पेशल खाना, वेल डब्बे से मेरा भी पेट भरा नहीं है, बिकॉज वी आर अवेटिंग द अराइवल. एंड नाउ वुड लाइक टू कॉल ऑन स्टेज the forces behind making such a great show, starting with Monica Shergill, VP of Content, Netflix India.
Hello everyone, thank you Sachin. Thank you so much for making it here today. We are meeting after Next on Netflix with one of our most exciting shows of the year, a partnership that I'm personally so excited about with Excel Entertainment. आप सबने ट्रेलर देखा, I hope you liked it. Yes, we are very excited about this show because there are crime dramas and then there are crime dramas and then there is Dabba Cartel. Dabba Cartel is a very unique crime drama series. It's about the everyday hustle of women running a डब्बा business और उनके husbands जो कि pharma company में काम करते हैं, जो खुद भी बहुत ambitious हैं, and they have their plans, their bosses have their plans, and then how all of them living in this Viva Life Society, a representation of which you are seeing here today, decide to make some choices. All of us make choices in our life, moral choices, everyday choices. सबको आगे बढ़ना होता है. And you know, when you're running a regular dabba business or you're working in a pharma company or any company, you make some choices. And then those choices have consequences. And that is where the crime and the investigation comes in. It's really a power-packed show with characters that you have seen in your life, in your society, in your neighborhood, and that you see on screen played by the most stellar cast. If I can say what is the superpower of this show, the superpower of this show is the absolutely superb cast of this show, starting with Shabana ji, with Gajraj Rao, with Jyothika, Lilet Dubey, Jishu Sen Gupta, Shalini Pandey, Anjali Anand, Sai Tamankar, Bhupendra Singh Jarawat, and of course Nimisha Sajayan. Nimisha is not here with us today because of a family reason, but I want to call her out. The Mala in this show will make you laugh and will make you cry. Both. She's so fabulous, and the whole cast is so amazing that you will really want to see what are they doing every day while they are packing dabbas, or they are fighting with their husbands, or husbands are pushing wives, you know, to, okay, I'm not going to say no more, to go to Germany or I don't know what. You have to see what happens. But really, it's one of the most, you know, delightful, tension-ridden, with investigation going on, and yet you have humor and you see everyday life. It's one of the shows, it's one of my favorite shows of the year. So please give it up for Dabba Cartel. Thank you. And for the creators of Dabba Cartel, starting with Shibani Akhtar, and Gaurav, who brought us the idea, and Vishnu and Akanksha Seda, and of course Vishnu and Bhavna, who've written the show, the director Hitesh, Bhatia, and actually the entire cast and crew, the creative producers Kassim and Abbas, and how can I forget, really the most wonderful producers, Ritesh, Sidhwani and Farhan Akhtar, the powerhouse duo from Excel Entertainment, who've been delighting people on streaming. They have made so many amazing series and films. Our last film, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, was such a big success with them. So give it up for all of them. And a huge thank you to everyone who's involved with this show and to you guys for being here today. And I think I should call them on stage, or Sachin should call them on stage. I don't know.
Well, thank you so much, Monica. I request you please stay back. Thank you, and wishing you the best for Dabba Cartel. And thank you for always dishing out some of the best content. Thank you. And with that, we invite the Mavericks who put this excellent show together. Director of Dabba Cartel, Hitesh Bhatia, executive producer and one of the creators of Dabba Cartel, Shibani Akhtar, and the creator, Gaurav Kapur. Welcome and congratulations. Good, how are you? Good to see you. Likewise. Whatever works, whatever's comfortable, but yeah, when we all, here, center stage if we can. Thank you for a nice photo op all together. Yeah, and then we would call the others and then we can flow into the chairs. Thank you. Welcome to all of you. I like that, Gaurav. My questions for all three of you. No problem. Yeah, it's a big society. It's a big society, too many members. And my question to all three of you is, from the looks of it, Dabba Cartel seems like an exhilarating watch. How does it feel that finally we are here today at the trailer launch?
No, you should answer. You're the director.
No, I just gave her, because it's her idea, they have been working on it for such a long time. Of course, I joined the journey much later, but an incredible experience from hearing the first line and then coming everything alive. But I'll let Shibani and Gaurav talk more on this.
Well, I mean, it's definitely been a very long journey, but it's been a very fruitful journey. It's had ups and downs, like I'm sure any show has when you're in the making process. But I think that we have come a very long way, and we're very happy with what we put out. We can't wait to share it with the world, and we hope that they love what they watch. GK?
Actually, when we always joke about it, Shibani and me joke about it, when people ask us how we created Dabba Cartel, we always joke that I came up with the Dabba and she came up with the cartel. And that is true actually in a way, because when we thought about it, our basic idea came from, we used to think, why are we this way in storytelling, where it's either a story or it's a female-centric story, right? Nobody ever says it's a male-centric story, right? So we said, can we make a story where it's not like we are saying, oh, women are doing this. We'll create the world, and we'll create the entire thriller, and then we'll say, it just so happens, it could be men, it could be women, right? So I think that was the genesis of even trying to think of an idea. And I have a picture on my phone, which is from way back, many years ago when we were coming up with the idea. In my living room, there's a whiteboard. Shibani is in front of it with a marker. And we had written, there's only two things that are written on that board. Dabba Cartel, which was the name, and then cast one Shabana Azmi. That's all we had written. And today, all those years later, we've started, and I keep messaging her. I said, from that whiteboard and those 5 color markers to here, it just feels so surreal. And we're just so grateful to this entire village of people who just got aligned with that. It feels surreal.
Well, kudos to you. Your vision boards come to life. And finally, and congratulations on that. And we can't wait to deep dive into the world of Dabba Cartel. And with that, let's now call on the executive producers from Excel Entertainment. Let's welcome Ritesh, Sidhwani and Farhan, Akhtar. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome to both of you, and congratulations on yet another fantastic content that's dished out on Netflix right here. Like millions of others, I've loved the stories that have come out of Excel Entertainment, and so all of us are excited, looking forward to it. My questions to both of you, that Excel Entertainment has a legacy of delivering gripping, high-quality content, and we want to know that what made Dabba Cartel the perfect story to bring to Netflix and to all of us, the audiences?
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, thank you. I think, like in terms of the title.
Thank you, Gaurav. And जैसे Shibani ने भी mention किया कि यहाँ पे किरदार हैं, पर काफी सारे और अहम किरदार हैं जिनकी वजह से डब्बा कार्टेल का विजन बोर्ड रियलिटी एक सपना सच हुआ है. उनके लिए जोरदार तालियां for each and every individual who's part of making Dabba Cartel what it is. So thank you for bringing us Dabba Cartel. And इसी के साथ अब मैं बोलना बंद करूंगा, क्योंकि मीडिया के हमारे दोस्त जो हैं वो रुके हैं बेसब्री से अपने सवाल पूछने के लिए. So please, before you ask your question, we open the floor for media Q&A. Before you ask the question, as in tradition, प्लीज आइडेंटिफाई योरसेल्फ, कौन से पब्लिकेशन से हैं, एंड अहम बात यह है कि किससे सवाल पूछना चाहते हैं, उससे हम डायरेक्टली रिस्पेक्टिव इंडिविजुअल से जवाब हासिल कर सकते हैं. सो एंड आवर वॉलंटियर्स विल हैंड यू.
Hi everyone, firstly congratulations to the entire team. I mean, this is a casting coup in itself, so I guess it's fabulous to even be here and witness it. Congratulations. I'm Kunal Kothari, I'm from IWM Buzz, and my question is obviously to the legend herself, Shabana ma'am. Ma'am, you've seen it all, you've done it all over the years. People can keep asking you how does it feel and all that. But from where you started to where you are today, now you get to work with younger actors and obviously actors who were with you back then as well. What is the kind of experience that you face, that you have today? Because for someone who started the way you started, and here you are, there's so much more exposure and everybody being much more accepting. So how do you feel about that?
I love it. I love it. I really, really feel very grateful that I happen to be at the right place at the right time. And the fact that I'm working with younger actors who are bringing completely different sensibilities from mine is always very exciting, because you learn from each other. And I must tell you that most of the younger actors come with some trepidation that abhi pata nahi kya hone wala hai. They realize very soon कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, and they become so comfortable कि मुझे लात मार के उनको याद दिलाना पड़ता है मैं सीनियर हूँ, behave yourselves. But it is a very exciting time, and for me the realization that 50 years since I started, I'm still doing work that I enjoy, that I'm very grateful for, because like you said, I've done everything. And then at the end of all that, I realized that what I enjoy most is being an actor in front of the camera. So obviously, I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, this is Divya from India Forums. First of all, congratulations to the team for this wonderful trailer. My question is to Anjali and Shalini, both of you. So this show is about how women take their lives, and it's done in the most extraordinary way. So how did your characters go through this journey, and what do you admire the most about their journey?
So, Shahida, I'm playing Shahida, and she is a survivor. She's a fighter, and I think I have so much to learn from her, and there's so much I've already had in me that I could give to her, because I am a survivor, a fighter myself. So I think I really enjoyed another flavor with Shahida, and flavor because dabba, So yeah, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's something that I really enjoyed playing. It's a very different character to what I've ever played before, and it was just really easy. Everybody on stage just made it really easy for me to be a part of it. I was the last addition to the cast, and it all happened very fast. I had not even read the script, but I got a call, and it was within 2 minutes. I was like, I'm in it, I'm doing it. And the third time I got to work with Shabana Azmi, so who's going to say no to that? In my very young career, I got to work with her again, and I would do it till the day I die.
Hello. Hi. Here, on the left.
She was going to answer.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Shalini.
It's
Please
okay.
continue. Sorry.
Hi, so I'm playing Raji, and Raji she seems like a very sweet, simple, homely girl, which she is, but then she goes through a turmoil and loses her innocence and does not even know what depth she has, and I have, as a character, discovered that depth while doing this, and it was a great experience for me. And how Raji, that seems like she can, how she flips completely, and how her morals and everything, like, you'll see how it changes. It was a discovery for Shalini and while playing Raji for me. So it was very interesting playing Raji.
Thank you. Please go ahead. Hi, congratulations guys. The trailer looks wonderful. I'm Amar from Amarazi. I have two questions. My first question is for Ritesh. Dabba Cartel represents a high-stakes storyline. So what was your vision for this, and how do you collaborate with Netflix for the global audience? And my second question is for Shibani and Gaurav. Being people who were involved in the casting process, how easy or difficult it was to get these people, which is one of a kind cast, like it's a gift. Thank you.
I can answer first. You want to answer first? Well, I mean, in terms of the cast, I mean, as Shabana said, she didn't really have a choice. She was already a part of the cast before the story was even developed. I knew that she was going to be Sheila. And then we took the story to her. I don't even think we narrated it to her. I think we just gave her a two-liner and she said yes. In terms of the other cast, again, it was such a huge team effort between Excel and Netflix to find this perfect blend of the cast that we have today. Anjali was a very last minute, but a very incredible addition to the team for sure. And she has fit the character of Shahida perfectly. But I have to say, I can't imagine these characters being played by anybody else. You know, it's one thing to kind of put them on paper, but to be able to bring them to life the way that this cast has, you can't unsee it now. This is what it is. So we're very happy.
Shall I make my confession?
Yes.
I have tried to remove two girls from this. One is Jyothika. Oh my God. She doesn't know this. But I said, nahi, Jyothika ko nahi, isko lo, usko lo, usko lo, usko lo. And it's really creditable to these guys who said, you can do what you want, we are not going to change her. And I really am grateful that you played it. Honestly and truly, it was my mistake, and it has robbed me of, it would have robbed me of the pleasure of working with you. Thank you very much. Second one, yeah, hai nahi, bichari. Not you. It wasn't you.
हमें एक्चुअली आई कैन टेल यू कि हमने पहला नाम जब शबाना जी का लिखा था, मैंने शिवानी को कहा अब कोई एक्टर ना नहीं बोलेगा, एक बारी वो हाँ बोलते कोई ना नहीं बोलेगा.
You'll have to repeat the question for Hitesh, she forgot.
उनको लगा रितेश का है तो उन्होंने सुना नहीं.
My first question was for Ritesh and Farhan. I was asking that it's a high stakes storyline. So how do you like, what was the discussion point with Netflix for the global audience?
इस बात से इस सवाल से एक ही चीज़ प्रूव हुई है कि हितेश के अलावा हम नहीं सुन रहे थे. Hitesh was the only one listening. Sorry, your question was what was this?
How did you work with the Dabba Cartel represents a high stakes storyline. What was your discussion with Netflix for it to resonate with the global audience?
Yeah, actually we've been in conversation even before Dabba Cartel of trying to find something that our creative sensibilities could align on. And we knew very, very clearly that there is a certain standard of script writing, of storytelling that Netflix wants to work with. And this is something that we took to them the minute we had it. We knew that we should reach out to Monica and to her team and pitch them this idea. Because, I mean, apart from the fact, like everyone has spoken about, so I won't go back into it in terms of what the genre is and what it is. I think a huge part of it also, which was touched upon by many people on stage, was that it is such a female woman-centric show. And it has a very, very strong female voice. And we did think from our end that that is something that Netflix would align on. And we reached out to them and we were, not surprised, I think is the right way to say it, that they were completely on board with wanting to do it.
Yeah, sorry, just to add to your question which you were asking about for a global audience, I think जब जो भी कहानी आप सुनते हैं पहले बार, like when you hear it and you hear the story, I think the first thing is, do you connect with it? Is there some way of identifying with these characters and their life and their journey? तो अगर आप एक emotional connect बनाते हो उससे, you go out and tell that story, and if it connects to us here, I think, or in the country of its origin, it will connect everywhere else. So I think that's the same thing which stands true with most stories. Like this will be some kind of an emotion. And this, like I said, these characters are so fascinating, and all of them have so many layers that at somewhere, you see each one of them. And when you see, आपने trailers ही देखा होगा, even that little bit of the skit which they put up before introducing each of these characters, I think it makes you identify with them, and that's what happened when we read it the first time.
I think it's also important to note that the world that these women come from, and I think this is a good question for Hitesh, for him to be able to direct these characters and understand this world. What was that like for you, Hitesh? I'll ask you since they're not doing it.
No, I think that was also my starting point for the show, that though the show is about crime and drama, none of these people were or are criminals. They're normal characters who are dealing with their own challenges, everyday challenges in their life, and how they get entangled and how their characters go through a whirlwind ride. I think that honestly was my starting point, that okay, this is something unique, this is something that I don't remember seeing on screen. And then how these characters took a different shape and where they start and eventually the kind of choices they make. I think that is something that I was personally very excited about. And the relationships with each other. I think that why don't you talk about it?
Thank you. Hi. Do you have time for two last questions, please? This is Abhimanyu from Hindustan Times. This is a question for Jyothika and Sai. You guys have been doing this for a while, and of late we've seen that there's been a shift in the tonality of female characters there, who are no longer just love interests. They're calling the shot themselves in mainstream commercial entertainment. How do you see the evolution of that from when you started to now?
My shift happened when I was 27. I'm 45 now. So it's been a long time since I've shifted from the love interests and praising the hero roles. Yes, it's been a conscious effort. I think it's very much required. There are a lot of stories to be told from the female perspective. There are fewer. There's a lot. I feel Dabba Cartel especially is a very fresh take on how women are, and their battle as domesticated women and women facing the outer world. And especially Varuna, I feel as a character, was an extremely complex but simple character, who lived a facade for the outside world, but there was something deep and rooted inside her. So I just find these complications in a character are very, very important and are the obvious in every woman's life. So basically the connect with a real woman out there is what makes me choose a character. So the shift has been long ago. I'm just very glad and thankful to Excel for just bringing me on this larger podium and giving me the space to prove and perform. And yes, though I know I won't be asked this, but just standing with Shabana Azmi ma'am, just being in her reflection and just observing her as an actor, I think that has sort of made me a much better actor. I just cannot, the first frame that I saw of myself with her while dubbing for this, I just had goosebumps, it was just both of us in one frame, and I was like, am I sharing the screen space with the Shabana Azmi? I haven't been this excited with a male actor, seriously. So I think this is a very special one for me. Thank you, Shibani, and thank you, Excel. Thank you.
Thank you for such a lovely question. I think you have to be very patient and you have to keep at it to see the change without giving up. And I think that's what I have been doing, and it's finally paying off. And I'm very happy to be here, sitting with such amazing personalities, amazing creative people. I've always loved Excel and their passion to tell unique stories. And today I'm a part of it. It feels fantastic. So yeah, relentlessness is one more thing that you have to do when you want to see a change, you want to see the shift. And I'm very happy that it is happening. And women like us will be at it till the change happens. And I'm sure golden days are, here. Yeah.
Thank you. And let's say cinema. I mean, I first saw her on a set when she was shooting Kissa Kursi Ka when I'm a couple of years younger than her, and I was, I'd gone with a friend, and I knew the producer director, and so I saw her then, and I thought she was fab. So I have not observed it at close quarters and with the kind of intensity and involvement that Shabana has. Of course, there's been a sea change. I mean, I think the work that she was doing at that time with Sham Babu and other people was extraordinary. And then the commercial cinema, etc., etc. So when we're talking about a change, we are talking about cinema. Commercial cinemas kind of remain the same. Independent or more middle-of-the-road cinema has definitely changed. They're very, very interesting voices. I mean, all we imagine is light, girls will be girls. I mean, these films would never have happened 10, 15 years ago. So, yes, all that, new voices, all women actually, wonderful. So lots of womanly voices coming out. And a lot of very interesting stories. OTT gave a fantastic platform for let's say, the alternative voices. So yes, there is a change. But to tell the truth, when Shabana and I are shooting, we're shooting The Breeze and talking about, of course, films and plays and theatre and all that. And I love chatting with her. She's a very bright and very interesting lady and has similar tastes. But we also talk a lot about food and a lot of nonsense, So as you do with people you're comfortable and familiar with. So yes, a little bit about that, but more about more fun stuff actually. So, but I do think, yes, you asked me a question, though we didn't discuss it in depth. When we like something, we've often discussed it. Oh, that was fantastic, or that was really quite rubbish. And we know it's not going to go anywhere, hopefully. So, yeah, that happened. So I don't know if Shabana wants to add something.
No, the simple answer to your question is no. We didn't discuss these things. But of course, for me, the advent of the casting director has brought a huge change. Because look what the casting director has done. It's freed Hindi cinema from stock characters. ये ओम प्रकाश जी करेंगे, ये शिवराज जी करेंगे, ये etc., etc. It's just freed it. And so we've got the most fascinating faces which are authentic. And what that does, I think, also to mainstream actors is, when you are surrounded, because acting is about reacting basically. And when you see that you're surrounded by authentic characters, you start also sort of pulling up your socks and you say, this is one of my favorite examples. I say that, Qarz, Rishi Kapur ki jo Qarz thi, itne saal pehle, it was such a huge hit. But you can see that he is not playing the guitar, he's just strumming it. He's not doing anything with the chords. Today it is impossible. I don't think any actor could get away, and I don't think that any actor would think it is okay. The actor would take the challenge and learn. So I think this is in itself the growth of actors all around, and the fact that we are now taking many more interesting faces, and the stories don't have to be only about a pretty boy and a pretty girl. And I think that's brought a huge change, both for men and for women.
Hi, I have a question for Monica. Hi, this is Bonnie here from Midday, over here. So Netflix has been championing diverse content, really pushing the envelope. What sets Dabba Cartel apart, and how does it contribute to your growing slate of Indian originals?
All of us have collectively spoken a lot about the show and what it, and personally me also in the opening, but I just want to put things in perspective. If we look at what Netflix is interested in doing and what kind of stories that we are keen on bringing out, and how Dabba kind of, champions that. It's very important for us as streaming pioneers and leaders all over the world to be not only innovative about the stories we bring, but also to constantly keep, listening to the audience and coming closer to the audience in terms of what people want to see more of. So I think Dabba in that sense really reflects the lives of people out there, common people that we see, and like I said, the everyday hustle that they have, and yet, things happen to them. They are ordinary people, and they make some choices, and those unlock extraordinary circumstances for them and how they have to deal with. So I think for us it's really important to make the best stories in the best way possible to enable our creators, our partners to really bring their vision to life, and to work with them creatively in a way where we are able to take these stories to the widest audiences in India. And I'm very sure that Dabba is going to be that show that is going to be watched and talked about because of the such a stellar cast, a story that is very fresh, and that challenges you at every point to think that what decision would you have made? Would you do this? Would you not do this? So I think that is something that we really want to do. We want to involve the audience in the storytelling. We want to give them an entertaining and binge experience, and also leave something with them which stays much after they've watched. And that is what we strive to do as Netflix with every story, whether it's documentary, it's big scripted series, it's films that we make, or cinema that we bring on the service, and just constantly trying to entertain everyone. So that's an endeavor, and Dabba Cartel is another creative endeavor in that direction, and I'm just very excited about it.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you. That's all the time we have for the Q&A. I'm the bad cop, yes. But apologies, but that's all the time we have, and thank you, Monica. We are inquisitive and curious just by looking at the trailer. I want to know it all, but we'll have to wait till the 28th of February. So wishing everyone the best, and this is a perfect time to capture the moments. May I request all of you to please step forward for a nice photo op, the entire Dabba Cartel gang. If I could request all of you to step forward.
മാറി തല പരസ്ഥല മാറി മരി എന്നു പണം ആയി കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരം ആയി ചിരിച്ചങ്ങ് കളപ്പായി ഇത് പിടി വലിപ്പായി ചികിത്സയിൽ മരുന്നായി കിളി എന്റെ പരുന്നായി ചിക്സ് ആൻഡ് ചിപ്സ് കനമായി സന്തോഷം പ്രതിഫലമായി പണയത്തിൽ ആത്മാവ് കണ്ണായി കളി മാറി കഥ മാറി തല പരസ് മാറി മരി എന്നു പണം ആയി കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരം ആയി ചിരിച്ചങ്ങ് കളപ്പായി ഇത് പിടി വലിപ്പായി.
I would also like to invite on stage, we already have here, series at Netflix India, Tanya Mami, welcome to you. Let's also bring on some more members of the cast, Vivek Madan, Shantanu Parimal, writers Vishnu Menon and Bhavna Kher, executive producers Kassim, Jagmagia and Abbas Raza Khan. Welcome to all of you and wishing you the best for Dabba Cartel.
കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരമായി ചിരിച്ചങ്ങ് കളപ്പായി ഇത് പിടി വലിപ്പായി കളി മാറി കഥ മാറി തല പരസ്ഥല മാറി മരി എന്നു പണം ആയി കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരമായി.
कहना चाहूंगा आप अपने डब्बे जो हैं आपके साथ ले जा सकते हैं. So while you exit you can take those डब्बा. Yeah, I can see that. So you can definitely take those डब्बाs back. और इन्हें कैरी करने के लिए bags registration desk से मिलेंगे. So thank you for joining us to all our friends from the media. बहुत शुक्रिया आज हमारे साथ यहाँ पर जुड़ने के लिए. And don't forget to catch and watch Dabba Cartel 28 फरवरी से only on Netflix. Thank you once again. This is Sachin Kumbar signing off. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
പണം ആയി കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരപ്പായി ചിരിച്ചങ്ങ് കളപ്പായി ഇത് പിടി വലിപ്പായി ചികിത്സയിൽ മരുന്നായി കിളി എന്റെ പരുന്നായി ചിക്സ് ആൻഡ് ചിപ്സ് കനമായി സന്തോഷം പ്രതിഫലമായി പണയത്തിൽ ആത്മാവ് കണ്ണായി കളി മാറി കഥ മാറി തല പരസ് മാറി മരി ഇന്നു പണമായി കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരം ആയി ചിരിച്ചങ്ങ് കളപ്പായി ഇത് പിടി വലിപ്പായി മാറി കഥ മാറി തല പരസ്ഥല മാറി മരി എന്നു പണം ആയി കവർ ചെയ്യിൽ കരം ആയി.
तो दोस्तों फाइनली ट्रेलर डिलीवरी हो गया है विवा लाइफ सोसाइटी में. अब देखो और भी डिलीवरी बाकी है, आपके भी घर में होगा. फरवरी 28 नेटफ्लिक्स पर डब्बा कार्टेल देखिएगा और सपोर्ट कीजिएगा और प्यार देते रहिएगा. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए बने रहिएगा ओनली ऑन द बिग फैन शो.